A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here we go. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun. Love. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Ready.
Love now. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. Now, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now a second down throw for Love here. Going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Now Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Stokes. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game? That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do you do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
2nd and 10. Love looking to throw it. And Watson has it right side. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here comes 3rd down and 7. Throwing. Love. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. And they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Give running right is Mitchell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Ravens had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. They can bounce back and move to 3-1. They'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Well, this defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, come on. No, we changed it. Hey, middle.
Jackson. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 33. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, and 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Here we go.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Love from the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
On 1st and 10, Love. A complete once again to Watson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Ready.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Go.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Here we go.
2nd and 9.
Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ready.
On 3rd down, Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. First and goal from just inside the 5.
Check field.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score Packers 7, Ravens 0. Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Yo. Hey.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
You gotta make a move.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. That is caught with Sean Bateman. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Jackson will throw again. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held, it goes incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw now, here's Love. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 3rd down and 6. Love. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
That's caught. It's Flowers. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there at 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I'd never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Mitchell. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. A fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Love now. Completed out left to Dobbs. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Here's Love. And he's caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Love looking to throw it. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Going back to Love. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On 4th down, Love. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
This 2nd and 4. An option give now to Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
On 3rd down, Jackson. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. A handoff from Mitchell running left. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 of the 15. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away.
And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to make it a 2-score game. Tucker's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 7. To pass, here's Jordan Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Love. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
1st down, Love to pass. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And now to common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect. They're trying to pick up another 1st down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Love. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
Set, ready. Set.
Now Love. Completes it again to Dobbs. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jump.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Justin Hopkins on.
Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well,
His teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Dustin Hopkins set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And it's 3rd down.
For the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. Now Love. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here we go, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he won't get back to the line of scrimmage this time either as they stop him behind the line once more. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Love. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this one away.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Jackson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's got his target. That's complete. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I were going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And he returns this to the 22. This is 1st and 10.
Shot, 17.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Conditions only going to get worse as we get back to football here to start this overtime.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Ultra. Go ultra.
Love now on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now. Love. And that will be incomplete. Well, the defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points, and now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play. I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, middle.
Jackson.
Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Yo, yo. Hey, hey.
Jackson. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. Trying the right side with Mitchell. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And joy will reign in the Inner Harbor as the Ravens have won it. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time, or are you one of those guys skeptical about